The Good Buddies Anime Podcast is hosted by two rowdy, foul-mouthed American cowboys. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, Good Buddies, what's up? Welcome to the Good Buddies Anime Show. I am your good buddy Roger. And Brandon, before you say I am your good buddy Brandon, would you like to send anybody sing that song you were just singing?
Nah, I'm good.
You sure, man?
You really need a recap?
I really would have.
You saying I should hit him with a little, sorry, which one? The one I was doing just
now doing, dude.
A little bit of the, let's go, but I got a pillow made of concrete. Ooh, yeah.
I believe you ad-libbed some lyrics in there.
A little bit. I know what he actually says, but it's funnier to do a scuba without a pillow. Yeah, man, we're back. It's been a while. We took a few weeks off there.
Yeah, sorry,
Roger's
guys.
been dealing with some stuff. I think we'll talk about it in the short little ramble we do.
Yeah.
But suffice to say, my boy's been
I'm
busy and
medically
dealing
alive.
with it. He's going through one. He's having one, if you will. But we said, 4 whole weeks ago, we said we were gonna do a little episode on this show, and by God, we are boys of our word. We've lied to you too many times. Too many times we said we would do something and then forgot and did something else or whatever. So this time, by gum, we're doing Ranking of Kings, the Treasure Chest of Courage. And I am, in fact, your good buddy Brandon. I finally remembered to say it. How are you feeling, Roger?
I'm feeling okay, man.
I feel like it's been so long. Things have really changed.
Yeah.
I got a little haircut.
I'm tired. And but
Roger was diagnosed with some stuff. Nothing like crazy serious.
Yeah.
Don't get all scared, but he's dealing with some things.
Yeah, but I'm figuring it out. We'll talk about it in a little bit.
We'll make it.
And then, of course, all the turnover at work and
dude, it's always
retraining
busy.
all these new people. Brandon actually
once again, the only person working at my job, wouldn't you know it? Forever alone. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but I'll be standing there at the kiosk saying, "But did you want the iPhone or the Galaxy?"
Are you sure Review Your Life doesn't want to step up and take the mantle?
He's been talking. He keeps joking about it. I'm like, dude, you won't.
Yeah.
He really, literally can't. I don't think there's like a conflict of interest since I work at a job inside his job, so he would have to quit, wait several months, and then apply.
Brandon is the king of Shit Mountain, and if you want it, you can take the crown.
That's why I'm always covered in flies, baby, because I am, in fact, the shit. So here we are, Ring of Kings, Treasure Chest of Courage, Usama ranking, I believe. It's back, baby. It's our boy Boji, Kage. Everybody's here. And this one, for the most part, so I read it's actually most of the stories here are a series of shorts that are based on the bonus issues of the manga, like the bonus episodes of the manga.
See, is there a manga for this? Because I thought this was anime original.
From my understanding is that these are mostly bonus manga bits. They're not actually like in the main story, maybe. They're either like in between bits or maybe there was like shorts and stuff that they put out for funsies, but they're mostly based on those is my understanding. That said, we do get a little bit of actual freaking expansion on the previous season. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
The story gets pushed along.
Mostly, though, to be clear, this is stuff that's happening during the first season, way before the first season. What you might call side stories.
Yeah,
sides. Yes. But it's pretty sweet. How do we feel about it, Raj? You got anything to say about it?
I mean, it's Ranking of Kings. I loved it.
Hell yeah.
I loved Ranking of Kings. Thought it was damn near a perfect show.
Damn near.
This one's interesting because they could play with it a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, Ranking of Kings was already very stylized. There was something about it. Ranking of Kings, nothing else really looks like Ranking of Kings.
No, it's got this really awesome, like just old school, and yet very smooth and modern kind of look to it.
Yep.
I love it.
And then Treasure Chest of Courage really does some playing around with the animation styles and stuff like that too, where it still looks like Ranking of Kings, but it looks different than that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But it's cool. They do a lot of cool things. Mostly you're getting like, a character. Ranking of Kings has a lot of characters.
Oh, a ton.
And for what it's worth, the main show does a really good job of fleshing out like the most characters I've ever seen be fleshed out in the course of that, 26 episodes, 23 episodes, something like that. It does a really, really good job. And this is just kind of each story is picking up maybe one or two of those characters, or maybe a little clan, a group of them might get a couple of episodes.
Right. And it specifically what it aims to do is it not only is pretty cool because it shows you a lot of stuff that was happening during the show. For example, I'll give one example without a big spoiler. There's a bit in the show where Hilling has to escape the castle with Dorche, and she comes back with like a small retinue of soldiers and whatnot to help her out. We see it to see where they came from, which is pretty cool. So it's like stuff that, like I said before about the original series, that it doesn't need to explain a lot of stuff. Like, it trusts that you will understand, hey, this happened and it's cool. But it's neat that this actually does give you some explanation and some pretty sweet development with that. Specifically, one of the things I read was that the show in particular looks to show you, because it's a treasure chest of courage, moments with each of these characters from the show when they had to step up and do something courageous, where they had to display that courage and that chivalry, as it were. This being like obviously like a high fantasy kind of series. And I think it does it really well, man.
Yeah, it really does. And then there's a moment, there's like a payoff towards the end where you actually get to see.
Baby.
Well, not even that. I'm talking about when you get to see, Boji's own little treasure chest.
Yeah.
Which is such a fucking cute episode.
Yeah, man. This whole thing's so good. It's like cute. It has moments that are like actually harrowing. A lot of really great like backstory and stuff for characters that you were so interested in the first series. And it does have moments that are like, yo, this is kind of fucked up and scary. Like, it's great.
It sure does. Yeah.
It's got a little bit of everything, man. I really enjoyed it. Ranking King is just very good. Now, we're not going to do a full on review, obviously. Right? But
yeah.
Do you want to go like through the categories either? Or are you just going to talk about it?
We can talk about it however we want, dude. You just go
do
how
stuff.
you flow, dude.
Let's start with this one.
Get yourself an even blow.
No, Jesus. Just see me just busting a Christ air over the fucking dam and Tony Hawk 2. All right.
That's Pearl Jam, right?
That's Pearl Jam.
I just realized the other day that Pearl Jam, what it means.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Just barely, huh?
Yeah, but I was like yesterday.
Took you a minute.
Yesterday years old.
This is like one of those where somebody tells me about a song called Pearl Necklace and what that means, and I'm like, I've never even heard that song. This means nothing to me.
I know what Pearl Necklace is. But I know what the Pearl Jam was.
Yeah,
but now,
you do.
Now I know what the Pearl Jam is.
Now you do. Well, that has nothing to do with this show. But yeah, man, let's start with this one. I watched this with my significant other. I believe you did as well.
Me too.
Excellent. Your lovely wife and my adorable girlfriend. Did you watch the dub or sub?
I watched the dub.
Yeah, we watched the sub. I watched a little bit in the dub just to see like what it was like.
Dude.
The dub's very good.
Yeah.
But we went original sub. That's why sometimes we will pronounce characters' names different. Like I'll always say Bosse, and I believe y'all say Boss, right?
Yeah, Boss.
Yeah. But
Boss.
Boss, big boss.
Boss.
The big boss man.
Yeah.
Out here dragging big shows.
Get the big boss.
Anyway, yeah, man. But what do you think about it? Dub's good?
Oh yeah, it was excellent, man. It's like a top notch cast for for the show, and I mean, like, for having so many voice actors and actually a character that doesn't speak is the main focus point. Like, it's fucking crazy how good they do on this shit.
Yeah, man, it's really decent. I really like the audio and stuff in the dub as well, or the sub as well. Again, I watched a little bit of the dub just because, like, a couple characters, I was like, gotta know what this guy's voice sounds like. Oh hell yeah, especially that last episode.
Oh yeah.
But there's a lot of cool stuff going on. How about the music? Intro was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it took a little bit to grow on me.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it definitely wasn't as good as like the last season.
Yeah, it grew on to me to being good. Like,
season 1 OP2, fucking top 10 of all time.
Oh yeah, dude,
so
that
good.
Song fucking bangs, dude. It slaps.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the new opening or whatever, I really like. What grew on me was the little electronic voice.
Yeah, that little buzzy voice
away.
going in the back. It's pretty sweet. Sounds like somebody on the fucking walkie back there.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think the initially I was like, well, I like the ending a lot more, but now I like them both quite a bit. So
yeah, the endings on these, they always tend to go for something really heartfelt, which
Yeah.
is appropriate for an outro. Those ones don't always do it for me. I like the hype of the intros usually. But yeah, they're both really decent. I liked them quite a bit. I don't know how much we can really talk about, but did you have like, I'm gonna bar the final episode just cuz.
Yeah.
But did you have like a favorite episode or moment in here?
Let me think. Yes, I definitely did. It was honestly, it was probably Boji handing out the treasures to everybody.
Yeah, that was cute.
I also really liked Bebin's backstory. Obviously, like it kind of ties into last episode, but you see a lot more with Despa and Desha.
Yes,
you get a lot more development in their family. A lot of good stuff there. Actually,
a lot of stuff with their dad and stuff.
Yeah,
Mr. Satan.
Yeah, Mr. Satan. I quite like they show so much depth and growth in Desha, the king or whatever, because
that fucking shark mouth, man, love that guy.
Yeah, while he seems really off-putting and cruel, he's actually not, even though he has to explore those depths before or felt like he needed to. And there's just like a certain turmoil and guilt built inside of this character.
Yeah, man. Like
a weight that he bears, more than anybody else.
Yeah, it's absolutely one of those where like by seeing all these characters' backstories and how they got there, you're watching them like you can easily draw your own conclusions about all these characters based on that first season, and they're mostly right. But seeing how they got there, it's way more like affecting than I maybe thought it would be. Like it's legitimately touching at moments.
Yeah,
and like that dude being like the guy who takes it all on himself, that this has to be my responsibility.
Yeah,
like
and
watching it all.
Accepts the fact I'm the strongest. It has to be me. I have to protect.
Yeah,
the ones that I care about. I have to change the situation that is awful.
Man's got to have a code.
Yep, and I mean he straight up splits his dad in half with a club.
Damn. Yep. Like, that don't even seem like it should work.
Yep.
Motherfucker's like, hey, I'm me, though.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
It was awesome. I really did. That could constitute, like, just kind of as my favorite little section there is the backstory on the brothers. Because it really felt like, where a lot of the show felt like it was those little interstitial bits or whatever, things, how things kind of happened. They didn't explain well in the show. This felt like it was, was that, but it was its own separate, very important piece.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll go with is the 2 episodes in, I think it's like maybe 6 and 7 with
5 had a bunch of backstory with them. I think
maybe it's 5 and 6 then.
Yeah, maybe
it's pretty much back to back on those 2 episodes, and
really
and I think that was probably the best part. Also, just Boji's little acts of kindness or whatever, even right out the gate in the first episode.
That bit where like they're playing a game to make money, and he wants to lose for like the kid.
Yeah.
Aww. It's just so pretty, so beautiful.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Oh, it's gut wrenching, and then we make it work, baby.
It gets you in the feels no matter what it does, dude. Like,
man,
that's the kind of the beauty behind the show.
I love it.
But what about you, man? You got any favorites?
I already alluded to it, but I really liked the episode seeing Hilling and how she, went and found these people she knew before and like formed this little group, and how they had to deal with the situation with them first, because they are like a straight up adventuring party. You got your healer, you got your fighter, you got like the whole little group's there, and it's rad. And they have this little run in with the band. It's like some straight up D&D shit. It's very cute. I really enjoyed that one. And also another one that, like, the first time I watched it, I was like, this is kind of a throwaway episode, I thought, but it was just kind of nice. And also it's one of those things where they really didn't have to tie this moment from the first series into this show, but they did, and it's like I kind of loved it.
The White King.
It's the one where they meet all the blobby monsters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that one. The first time I remember watching, being like, this is kind of whatever, but like it was super sweet. Like they basically get lost on the way back to the fucking kingdom, and They end up in like this big oasis kind of thing in the desert or some shit, and there's all these little blobby monsters, and like we kind of saw like one big blobby monster in the first season when he met the fucking weird dude in the wilds or whatever, when Boji met that strange man, who I don't think they tied it back to him, but I feel like he's got to show up again at some point. But they meet all these little blobby monsters, and they can't really talk. They're just these weird little guys, and they end up like, you know, helping them out, and it's just super cute. It's just a really pleasant, like, not a lot happens there. It's just fucking fun. It's like sometimes it can just be fun.
Yeah, that's what the White King part is.
Yeah,
It's just fun. So if you're wondering if there's more White King, there's more White King.
Hey, baby. Fucking White King. Love that fat ass horse. But yeah, I mean,
I want backstory on how it got the name White King.
I mean, it's very white.
But it's a girl.
Eh?
It's a mare.
Eh?
I want to know. I want to see Gooby ass Despa as a child or whatever naming his horse.
They're like, but that's a girl horse, son. Well, I named it what I named it.
And White King will be the only thing that does.
Goofy, yeah. I love it. It's fun. Yeah.
Anything you wish you had more of?
I mean, we've been dancing around it, but that last episode was baller, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like more of that is just season 2.
Yeah,
so
or whatever the movie is they have planned.
Yes, that's right.
Planned.
There's a movie coming.
I would like to see more of Dorsha and Hilling.
Yeah, I really like them.
I would like to see, their relationship.
Because like that, it feels like,
Yeah, that's definitely what's been hinted at. Yeah.
Hey, wink, wink. Hey, big boy. Hey, big Queen Shield.
Yeah.
Queen's right here. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I
would like it, yeah.
I just love Hilling. I'll take anything with more Hilling.
Yeah,
Hilling's like the
she's
coolest.
Great.
Hilling is maybe...
And it's crazy how awful you think she is at first.
Yeah, dude. She's like maybe my favorite character from that entire year of anime.
Yeah.
She's just so good how she starts off as this just wicked stepmother type, but then you realize, oh no, she's trying so hard to be good and do right by everyone.
Yeah.
And she's so fucking good, dude.
Well, in the original series, you get that backstory episode with her chasing Boji around with his...
Yes, trying to give him cake, and he's just like...
gooby ass head, and all his teeth are jacked up.
And he's fucking snotting out his nose because he's a little baby.
I really wish we could have got some more of that in the...
Little gooby? You wanted more little gooby ass Boji?
The gooby Boji,
oh, yeah. Hell yeah. This show's good. This show's just good. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I feel like we didn't...
absolutely, like, if you watch Ranking of Kings, Treasure Chest of Courage is a must.
Yeah, it's just so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so cute. It's more of what you love, and you get even more development with the characters you love.
And you get a whole ass episode that progresses the story into what's happening next.
Yes,
so,
like, to be clear, actually, like, again...
it's not like, the Odd Taxi movie where they promised a little more or whatever.
They gave you like a 6 minutes at the end.
They maybe salt baed you just a little bit. This one gives you a whole ass chunk.
I'm not gonna disparage I still liked that movie. I like that show too. Yeah. Those are maybe my favorite two.
Oh yeah,
from that
Odd
season.
Taxi was amazing.
Odd Taxi was great. But this, to be clear, that final episode of this one, episode 10, I believe, was the last one. It just straight up is like, all right, you watched that first season? Here's what happened immediately after.
Actually, episode 9 ends with pretty much the ending of Ranking of Kings.
Yes,
and then you get one episode after. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's just good. Got anything else to say about it, man?
No, man. I think we put it all out there. I give it
it's Animazing.
Yeah,
fuck
it's
an
Animazing.
If you like the first one, it's Animazing.
Yep.
If you somehow watched that first season and didn't much care for it, hey, that's fine. You can skip this one because you didn't like the first one. But honestly,
but you're dumb as hell. Okay,
I'm not gonna say that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, wrong as it may be. And if you are of a differing opinion, then you can rest, in the glory that we are wrong and you get to be right. That's how opinions work. Isn't that amazing? But yeah, I
hate it.
I really liked that first season, and I really liked this little, side story / continuation of it. And I can't wait for more Ranking of Kings. It's very good. Roger, do you have anything else to talk about?
I mean,
have you watched anything else? Because I don't think we're gonna do a full. What have you been watching?
Just Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty much all I've watched.
Call on that one. 5 episodes. That was one little arc, and now we're waiting on the next one to drop.
It was awesome. I think we'll talk more about it in the next episode.
Yeah, man.
I think that's where we'll be. But
there's like a straight up trailer about the next arc or whatever. I've been watching a lot of stuff, but I will hold off on all that because I think next time I'm not gonna say next week, next time, because
It should be 2 weeks. We should be good now. Because,
should be good on 2 weeks. All right.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks from now, we should be doing the kind of a wrap up, like what are we still watching from this season at this point, which obviously means which ones are we finishing because we are so late in the season. I'll just ask right now, Roger, have you watched anything else other
No.
than Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, I haven't.
There you go.
I haven't had much. Well, I mean,
Roger,
I have had a little bit of time, and I did use a bit of my extra time to, start. I needed something that didn't feel like work, something
Sure.
that I could clear my head with. So,
Sure.
I have some watercolors and stuff that I've been playing with.
Yeah,
so
you've been posting some stuff on the gram.
Yeah,
I've
been working on painting. It's fucking hard, but
You want to plug your gram or no?
yeah, you can go check out my Instagram. You follow me at Dead American Radio.
Dead American Radio, all one word. Yes.
Yep.
Boys up
but-
there posting. He posted a little rat. Everybody
Yeah,
needs to know.
that was
yeah,
on my little that was just on
he
my little
came as a
tablet
rat,
doodle.
in
Yeah.
fact.
Yep. I love that you can add a song to your
It's pretty sweet,
your
yeah.
Instagram things now. I shared a story today that I thought was pretty funny. I don't know if anybody else will think it'll be funny, but
I'll show you a thing later.
Okay.
I forgot. I wanted to show you a thing.
yeah, y'all can go check it out, especially if you are, if you're an old school fan of Digimon and don't know about all this new stuff. you got to see this reel of these sleeves that I got today.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. It's all good, and then you get the last one like, huh? But yeah, so I've been working on that. Been trying to. And I plan to still kind of tinker with the watercolors. I'm not gonna put it away just yet. I'm actually enjoying it, so I'm gonna try to get some more pieces done until I'm like, okay, I know how to do this, because I don't know how to do it right now. I am struggling.
Yeah, man.
But I'm figuring it out. I'm watching a bunch of old ladies online. That's what I spend a lot of my time
Hell
watching.
yeah, dude.
Is a bunch of old ladies telling me how to do these watercolors, and they are insightful.
That's
and they sit
cool.
down for 20 minutes under this camera, and my God, if they don't have a masterpiece whipped up by the end of it, like, how the
Damn.
fuck did you do that, lady?
It's the new Bob Ross, baby.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
4 or 5 brushstrokes in there, like, damn, this is a fucking classic work of art.
It's so much better than mine.
Yeah.
Dang.
My main lesson that I learned, I've been driving my wife crazy with it. Like, you know what I did wrong here is I fussed with it too much.
There you go.
And the lady, my favorite lady is like, what you need to remember is do not fuss with it too
Don't
much.
go fussing with it.
Yeah.
Just do it, and they did it.
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of how it goes. She's I think she's from Australia. I think
Oh,
she's
that's
Australian.
Had that
Yeah.
Tony Storm accent going.
Yeah. But beyond that, I guess the other thing that we kind of alluded to was, for a while now, we knew that I had sleeping issues.
Yeah.
My wife woke me
Yeah,
up.
tell us why you haven't had any time to do anything else, bud.
Well, I've been trying to get good sleep, but it's been tough. I've struggled for a long time. My wife would wake me up for years because I would stop breathing in my sleep. I'd be, choking for air. I recently got a general physician, and he believed that I may have had sleep apnea for most of my life, describing what, some of the things that I've been through, not to mention my inability to shed weight, even if I'm trying and I'm eating healthier and I'm pretty active. I don't shed weight well, and that is a common thing with sleep apnea. So I did my little test or whatever, and then we got the results, and they're like, yeah, the test results aren't super accurate, but we could tell that at least pretty much about 10 times an hour I stopped breathing for 11 or more seconds. My oxygen levels were dropping to about 80%, which it is bad if you go below 88%. So it led to a lot of, probably why I feel so restless. And in the middle of the day, I get very tired. And I'm just kind of chugging through the day. So now I have officially been prescribed a sleep apnea machine. It's a CPAP. Actually, mine is an APAP. It adjusts. There's like an algorithm inside of it that adjusts to how I'm breathing. It senses that and changes pressures as it needs to.
And you still ain't sleeping good because that bitch is annoying to sleep with.
Yeah, it's hard, and I'm a determined person. I have will like you wouldn't fucking believe. Whenever I want to do something and I set my mind to it, which I want this to work. I want to be able to use this and sleep and wake up and feel
Okay.
like I'm not fucking, like I'm 35 and not 75.
Woof.
So I got this little, the first mask or whatever. You don't get to try on all the masks and stuff, which would be nice if they would let you try everything out.
I thought they were just gonna put the nose plugs on you.
You just gotta soul read it, dude.
Okay.
You just gotta soul read it. And so of course the first thing you go for is like, well, that thing looks like the least intrusive thing
Okay.
possible. And it's the little thing. So it's a little plate that kind of goes inside your nose, and the hose runs to the machine or whatever. You can't get away from the hose. There's no wireless CPAP or anything like that. It just
I wouldn't think so.
doesn't work. But if you open your mouth, the therapy and pressure comes rushing out like you're a fucking wind-breathing dragon or something.
Jesus.
It's crazy. And like if you fall asleep and you crack your mouth and that starts coming out, it's going to dry out your whole mouth.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, you're going to have all sorts of issues. So you have to be very conscious and cognizant of your mouth with the little nose plugs on, which, for the most part, I feel like generally whenever I'm sleeping and breathing well, I do breathe through my nose. But if, when the congestion stuff kicks in, and of course nobody gets up to the thing and they're like, are you a mouth breather? And you're like, bitch, hold on. You don't know me like that.
It sounds insulting whether you mean it or not.
Yeah, it just sounds insulting. We're like, are you a fucking mouth breather? Like, hell no, I'm not a mouth breather.
And you just immediately start breathing out your mouth.
Yeah, I want whatever makes me not a mouth breather up there.
No.
But I sit and I think. I'm like, okay, if I fall asleep, am I gonna start breathing out of my mouth? Is this
now you're stressing about it.
Yeah, and now I'm stressing. Now I'm stressing, and it's so much getting into my own damn head of this thing. I called them Monday and be like, hey, can I just switch my mask to a full face mask
Gotta
or whatever?
get the bane going.
Now, it's not like a full face mask. It's not going to be going over my eyes or anything like that.
No, it's just like the nose mouth thing, right?
Yeah. It's going to be a big
little pear-shaped thing.
Yeah. Yeah, similar to whenever they see, somebody go on oxygen when they're being,
sure,
any medical show or something like that.
Yeah,
It'd be something similar to that.
Like what they put on,
like when you're in like an F-16 fighter or something, you're in an airplane or whatever, and they got that mask on them. Yeah.
I was gonna say, who was it that like they did like an angle where they got fucked up in the ring? I think it was MJF after Wardlow, and they put the mask on his face and on his eyes instead of his mouth.
Yes.
Nice one, Doc.
Yeah.
Nice one, Samson.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestling, R.I.P. Terry Funk and R.I.P. the lovely, gone way too soon Bray Wyatt.
God bless him.
Wearing my shirt right now.
Don't want to get all off topic, but hug your loved ones. That fool was only 36 years old, man.
Just barely older than me.
We can go at any time. I love you, Roger.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I love you too. But and that's why, like, it is scary to see things like that happen. That's why I'm, all about, I have the opportunity right now to address health issues, so I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking doing it right now.
Good plan.
Yeah, no more time to waste around. So I'm gonna get this damn sleep apnea shit down. I looked up at a lot of reviews, and a lot of people have had a similar experience with the nose piece that I have. Also, the thing, like, it makes my septum hurt real bad. But the mask that I have coming, I mean, it does look like the full-on clear Bane mask.
Hell yeah.
It's even got a little piece that kind of stretches up to here to make sure it's braced and it doesn't fall off your face.
Make sure it doesn't like move or anything.
Yeah, but everybody's like, yeah, you can't tell that part's really there.
No, I was just thinking about it. What doesn't our good buddy Magic the Gathering good buddy Judge?
Yeah, he has sleep apnea as well.
Yeah, get some advice. He might have some good.
Yeah, might have to see what he uses, but just looking into what other like sleep apnea doctors, and a lot of sleep apnea doctors actually have sleep apnea, so that's helpful.
Wow.
It's like they go into it because
that just sounds like cheating.
Yeah.
Like, I got the cheat codes.
Yeah, he's
baby.
like like the couple I watched, they can talk to you directly about how they sleep with their mask. And and then people just in a comments be like, oh yeah, the Viterra, I've used it. It's my go-to mask for this time or whatever. They're like easily it's the most one of the more comfortable masks. So I'm like, okay,
I'm sorry. That just sounds like I'm like playing fucking Ace Combat or something. I unlocked a new plane, the Viterra.
Yeah, the Viterra, dude.
Hell yeah,
that's
dude.
Gonna be
that's badass.
Oh, mine's gonna be the Brain Terror.
I am your sleep schedule's reckoning.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said, you merely adopted the poor sleep. I was born in it. Molded by it.
God damn it, we're so old still making Bane voice jokes.
And I mean, with that rushing air in there, dude, I really think I'm going to be able to get that voice
That's
down.
going to be sick, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. My wife's going to fucking hate it.
Bro, we did. Do you remember at the bar when we had a Bane voice contest?
Yeah, man.
So fucking stupid.
I was like,
shit.
I don't know. I think my Bane voice is a little bit better than whoever won. But.
Yeah, it was me, you, and some rando. And full disclosure, Roger's wife, Kat, used to work at a bar bartending. It was game night. Roger also worked the door, but it was game night. You were like off on those nights, but we would stand there and play games,
I
right?
planned the game nights and all that good shit.
He handled business.
Yeah.
He planned game night and all that. And we had a straight up Bane voice contest one night. And the only people that went into it were me, Roger, and some guy who was just at the bar who we were standing near. I don't even think he wanted to do it. And everybody's just doing like shitty Bane. I grabbed a Dixie cup and I was like, you think the Dixie cup is your ally? Like shit like that. It's so fucking stupid. We're all just doing it. I feel like me and you nailed it. But also, we knew Kat. So she had to pick the third rank.
Yeah.
Look, maybe she actually thought his was better. She's in the next room. But... No response. All right, I think we nailed it.
Yeah, well, there's a reason that we didn't get married until 2021. So well, she had to wait 7 years.
Awful, man.
We could have sped it up a little bit faster. Maybe you would have a tangible ring right now if I would have won that Bane contest.
Stop this.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
Joke ass. You stupid asshole.
She'll never listen this far into a podcast. If
Never
at all.
ever. She's too busy sweating because we got the AC.
Yeah, because she done let it get all hot in here today trying to conserve energy. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, well.
We don't live like that.
Sometimes it be like that, bro. But yeah, man.
But I am getting swooty up in here.
Yeah, it's getting kind of hot.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, sleep apnea, I got it. Whatever. It's a thing.
Just another thing to live with, We're all doing it.
Yep.
Rough. Play any cool video games? You just downloaded the new...
Yeah, I just got Armored Core, so...
Haven't played it yet.
Nope, haven't
just
not
downloaded.
played it.
I walked in, it was sitting on the screen, said installed Armored Core 6 Fires of the Rubicon.
Fires of Rubicon.
Fires of Rubicon. Looking pretty sick.
Yep.
I got a quick story because I think it was either the last podcast or the one before. I feel like it was the last podcast. We were talking about video games and shit, and I brought up an old game that I played, and I don't think anyone else had, called Enchanted Arms. And I was like, no one else has heard of this, but I talked about it a little bit. It's a JRPG, has a combat system that's kind of like Mega Man Battle Network. We got the grid and you can move around and you strategize a little bit. It's a little bit chessy because like
I do like that style.
It's
of
pretty
RPG,
sweet,
yeah.
and I'll tell you, it actually has like spoiler. I ended up digging out the game and finding it and digging out the PS3 and jumping on there because but like the combat on it, like literally, it does take amount of strategy because as you continue to fight, you'll build up this little like combo meter, and if all of you hit the same guy at once, it'll do like a combo, do way more damage. But also, like, you got to time it out because if you're trying to hit 3 guys in a row, the second guy is going to take half damage, and the third guy in the back, if you're doing direct attacks, is going to take 0 damage. So like, if you do a combo move, well, that front guy's super dead. But if you'd hit him with 1 and he died, you could have done full damage to the next guy. So now you got to plan out your moves to make sure you kill everybody at once, because the more turns it takes, the lower your fucking points get and blah blah. Now you can't fight anymore. You got to find a save point and all that shit, or a heal point. Point is, no one else has heard of this fucking game. I go to work. They got a new guy at work working in the electronics department. He does not work with me. Wouldn't it be nice? I have no one that works with me. This motherfucker, whose name is Sebastian. We're sitting there talking about video games. We're talking about Final Fantasy 16, me and another guy that works there. And he goes, that sounds pretty cool. You guys ever heard of a game called Enchanted Arms? And I was like, bitch, no one's heard of that except me. Turns out him and his brother played through it years ago. and they've been like asking every now and then. They'll just ask people, have they played it? No one has ever said yes until now. We found each other. Can you believe it? Sometimes you find that one special person who's also played that obscure video game that no one else has. But I'm talking to him, and it ended up rekindling my love, and I said, I gotta find this game. And I actually couldn't find my copy. I bought one online. It was only like $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's on the fucking eBay, $20. You can't download it on anything anymore. You have to get the physical copy. And I popped it in the PS3 and loaded it up, and it said Ubisoft. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. From Software. This is a FromSoft game? No fucking way. I didn't even realize. And I played through it, and yes, it does. Let me just show you this, Roger. I don't remember if I showed you this or not. This here is the Moonlight Blade in that game.
Yeah,
because it's in all their games. And here's the thing, that's the only guy that uses a sword. The other characters, this guy does punches, so he wears gloves. This lady does kicks, so she wears boots. And this girl does guns, so she's got 2 guns. And they get a Moonlight Gauntlet, a Moonlight Greaves boots, and I shit you not, a Moonlight Cannon, which appears to be a revolver, but instead of a barrel, it's just a big, like, glowing fucking dagger spike, which is real fucking funny. And the game kind of whips ass.
Are they the strongest weapons in the game?
They are absolutely the strongest weapons in the game, and you got to get them from an optional dungeon, which is very difficult to get through. But you know what? I loaded this bitch up twice. I got to that final dungeon and never finished the game, and I put on my Homelander jacket. I started up Kingdom, and I said, I gotta finish the story. And I fucking did it, baby. It took me a couple weeks because that game is a little bit long at points, but hey, we did it, man. So if you have an old PS3 or Xbox 360,
I do.
And you think about it and want to play through a old, but honestly, pretty fun JRPG.
I kind of want to have it just because it's a FromSoft game.
It's pretty sweet. I really enjoy it. Check out Enchanted Arms, because I don't think anyone else is. I legitimately can find almost no one talking about it except to be like, anybody else remember this? Whoa, that was a FromSoft game. Or like, oh, because this game was released in 06. Some old fucking forum posts of people talking about it. Like, there's almost nothing else. There's literally, like, I'm finding game FAQ pages, and you click on the link, and it's like 404 not found. This don't exist no more.
Or you click on the link, and the first thing you get is somebody that's made a graphic of the game out of dashes.
I love that, the ASCII art. I love it when they do that. That's how you know you got a good FAQ, baby. That's how you know. Oh, the amount of times I clicked on one of those and it was like the sword and shield from fucking Ocarina of Time with all slashes and hyphens. Hell yeah, dude. That's how you know it's real. But yeah, man, Enchanted Arms, pretty fun. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back and find the rest of these old FromSoft games, but I'm really glad I was reminded of this one and decided to play it. That's pretty cool.
Well, FromSoft is Armored Core, so
yeah, dude, that's kind of part of why I wanted to bring it up.
This is the first time that they have ever done. I've always liked the Armored Core games since Armored Core 2. That was the first one I played. It was a shame whenever 5 came out. It was really hard to find people to play, but 5 came out before FromSoft had any big hits.
Yeah.
So this is the first time they've done an Armored Core game with the budget of the FromSoft, backing that it has now.
This is the realness.
After the massive hits that were Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro and Elden Ring.
Goddamn Elden
Ring. Which, won Game of the Year last year.
Dude.
People that didn't even like those style of games were playing Elden Ring.
It's huge.
And it was a really great game. I can't wait till they release some DLC for it. But so this is the first time that they have all that budget and all the lessons they've learned from those games to make an Armored Core game.
Yeah, there's a podcast I like to listen to where they talk about video games, and I have not listened to the newest episode yet, but the title of it is some shit like, yo, Armored Core whips ass. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. That's going to be a good listen.
Yep. And
it looks rad,
and that's kind of like all the reviewers and stuff that I kind of trust. They're like, yeah, you can tell that there is some Souls influence on these games. Yeah, they're a little bit difficult, but they are not a Souls game. It's an Armored Core game, just with some, like locking mechanics. And there are, you got save points and stuff like that. And the epicness of the boss battles. That's what they said really, like, the main,
takeaway from those games.
They feel like, if there was anything Souls-like about the game, is just how epic the boss battles can be.
That's wild.
So,
Sorry, I do have one more quick thing to say about this fucking Enchanted Arms game, right? Okay. I'm playing it and I'm like, this is fucking Final Fantasy 16. Like the whole thing. So you got this guy, he's got this crazy arm that's like magic, right? So like there's these monsters, these devil golems they call them, that turn into giant monsters and battle each other and they're wrecking the city. I'm like, these are fucking icons. And then he's like over here, oh, turns out when he beats them, he can absorb them. Okay, so he's obtaining all the icons. And then his arm starts talking to him, telling him how this is his fate and he's a vessel. And I'm like, this is fucking Final Fantasy 16.
they might have taken a little bit of inspiration.
I mean, I don't think anyone remembers this game enough to be inspired by it. And yet, it's kind of hard not to look at it and think that.
Yeah, you go look at the guy that wrote Final Fantasy 16 story. Go look at his play history.
Turns out, he was a minor producer on this old ass game now.
It's like whenever one of the major reviewers or something goes and they find a really good review from a very small channel or whatever, and they just rip that shit.
Just straight up take it. Yeah.
They fucking IGN them. Yeah.
Fucking scummy. But yeah, man. Games are fun. Yeah.
Games are fun.
You let me know how that Armored Core is, man. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up.
I think I have some time to play it tonight.
I'm trying not to spend all my money on games. I think the next thing I'm going to get is that Baldur's Gate 3.
Here's what I told my good buddies today that we're debating on getting it. And I just said, we don't work this hard not to be able to buy every video game that we want.
Yeah, but I also need money for, living.
Yeah, that's true. But
I got bills and shit.
Yeah, man. That's true. I got bills and I got a whole ass mortgage.
Yeah.
But you know what? I work hard enough that, goddamn it, if I want a $60 video game or whatever, sometimes now they're $70. I'm gonna get it. And if I want I want to make deluxe one, you know what? I'm gonna get that shit.
It's an extra $10.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Nothing wrong with that, man. Treat yourself sometimes. You got to. But no, I probably won't be picking up much of anything because I got Haley's birthday and my nephew's birthday on the same fucking day. I gotta grab them some shit. Woof. But yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time.
Yeah,
play the games, do stuff. Me and Haley jumped on Fortnite for a minute the other day. She got killed by John Cena and I immediately got killed by All Might. And I was like, that is a tag team no one's ready for.
Fortnite is so fucking wild.
It's nuts, dude. It's honestly, it's kind of awesome. I remember. I've
actually always thought the game was pretty fun.
I definitely, like, when it first dropped, I was like, this is goofy bullshit. I don't care. And now I'm in there like, yo, we doing like Spider-Man web slinging. We got the zero build. I like zero build because I don't have to worry about building shit. I can just run around and shoot. This is great.
I'm up in the dusty divot over here.
Yeah. We're over here in the fucking Moisty Mire or whatever it's called. Like all the bullshit. Just wiped out Tomato Town. Fucking dumb. It's a good time.
Chug and jug. Chug and jug with you.
I really want to chug jug with you. I'm a cool pro Fortnite gamer. Get down. All right. That's enough. Roger, we done?
Yeah, we're done, man.
I think we must be. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll make it quick. If you have any opinions on new video games, you want to tell us what we should talk about, what we finished watching and are still watching at the end of this season next time, by all means, leave us a comment. You can do that anywhere you see the name The Good Buddies Anime Pod.
I probably should have mentioned early on, too, that I still have not put up the last 2 episodes are uploaded on YouTube. I just haven't listed them.
Nice one,
like
dude.
Yeah. They're on there. I just, just thinking the very thought of making a thumbnail or something like that. Like, it's work.
You's just so much to do. You're so busy.
And plus, at the end of the day, I think ultimately I've thought so much about it and then fought to keep the YouTube version.
I'll fucking make a thumbnail, man. Tell me what dimensions
if you want to do it, you can, buddy. It just has to be a
send me the little assets.
1280 by 720.
1280, 720. Send me the assets. Send me the logos. I'll fucking do it, man. It's cool.
That's fine. I mean, more than anything, yeah. It's just thinking about getting on there and fucking editing and doing some shit that I don't want to do.
Buddy.
It's not that
you're getting a little burnout, and that's okay.
Yeah,
you just gotta
I've been
take
doing
a break.
it for a real long time. Yeah,
you're thinking too much.
Yeah,
you need to take a rest.
And then
take a rest
with Corey getting his new job, and we're not I'm not editing video games or anything like that. It just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
To it is what it is. The YouTube channel is in the state that it's in right now, but I don't have any intentions of taking the audio down. And I really, I know we have good buddies like Josh that listen to YouTube, so I'm really not trying to take that from them. So I'll send you some assets so you can make us some thumbnails.
I'll make you some fucking thumbnails,
we'll split
baby.
the difference, and if I know you've done something, then I will just ultimately have guilt inside of me to...
Hey. I'll share... Hey, I'm just up the road, and I'll share your load if you just call me.
Yeah, take a rest.
Take a rest. He ain't heavy. He's my good buddy.
Yeah. All right, brother, let's bust out of here.
So yeah, if you want to leave us a comment right now, YouTube is not the best place to do, but Rapid Kick Media still exists. You can also hit us up anywhere you see our name on the podcast apps, The Good Buddies Anime Pod. Go ahead and leave us a thumbs up, rating, 5 stars, all the good stuff and comments. Best way to spread the word. And of course, all the social media we may or may not use is linked in the description. The main one, of course, being the Discord, but we also have a Twitter. I'm never gonna call it X, but the Twitter and all the other stuff. It's out there.
Don't you mean X?
Don't you mean X? It's pretty funny to tell people that.
It really is.
I'm never going to say it. But yes, all the places. Hit us up. Let us know. Thank you to our musicians, Married with Sea Monsters, for the intro of our show. Paper Doll, that's on marriedwithseamonsters.bandcamp.com. Thank you so much. And of course, a shout out to our good buddy Haas, aka Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram, all one word. And of course, Dungeon Witch on YouTube for the closing theme, The Buddy's Good. Thank you so much. Married with Sea Monsters and Haas. Love you guys. I think that about does it. Do you have anything to take us out on, big guy?
No, man, you're going to take us out on Chug and Jug.
Oh, okay.
Or Pearl Jam, whichever.
Definitely something, right? Shit. No, now I'm on the spot. I can't do all of them. Unless, from all of us here at the Good Buddies Anime Show, I am your good buddy Brandon.
I am your good, sweaty buddy Roger.
How can I really want to chug a wiggy. Give me better than from there. Pro Fortnite gamer. There you go. That's Pearl Jam guys singing Chug Jug with you. You're welcome. Fuck off.